Well, hello everyone. Okay, first things first, let's switch this. So, this is an audio only stream. And the reason we're doing this is I have gotten so much in terms of questions. I'm sharing a lot about the tools that I'm using. And I figured this would be a great community call. We will try to do these every Saturday where it's actually a live call in show. So, as you can see in the chat, specifically on LinkedIn, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you don't have the link. Hello, Laura from the California side. Very good to have you here. So, I know we've made it to LinkedIn, and what I'll do is I will post the link. If you want to join me on the actual call where I'm going to be going through a few tutorials on how I am using AI. It's Saturday morning, so of course I am not camera ready. And so if you do want to join me or ask any questions about AI, feel free to do so. And what I'll do is the next thing is I'm just going to put this link up here and give you a bit of a setup for why we're doing this show and what we're hoping to cover. So as I looked back at this past week, there have been about there have been about 5 different AI tools that I have used to make my life a little bit easier. And I know many of you are either using them or you're curious about using them. So the purpose of this show is to kind of highlight some of the ways that it makes content creation much more, I would say, faster, more efficient, but it's with layering on tools that makes that possible. I will not be on camera this morning. I will tell you that. And if you decide to join me, you won't be on camera either. It is strictly audio only. And so let me go ahead and switch us over. So, one thing is this week I attended the World Building Expo. And this was hosted in Go Brunch. So let me switch this over. So this is my Go Brunch space. Go Brunch is a virtual event platform that allows you to meet by just going into the space. And so I didn't previously have the background look like this. Previously, I would use tools like Mid Journey, which is an image generation tool in AI to build those spaces. But the beauty of Go Brunch in particular is with just a link, it does not matter if you are on a desktop or a cell phone, you are able to click on a link and come into a space. But what I wanted to do was make it feel more like a soap space for my Lather Lounge community. So what we did was we used ChatGPT to create a prompt that would allow us to generate an image that looks like this. And then we just added these various circles right within the platform in order to have people be able to come on. They can turn their cameras on, their microphones on, and have a whole conversation when we are meeting for our monthly community calls. So that was the first tool that I used. The next one is Layer Path. Layer Path allows you to create a brand new, I don't think I have the, let's see, I don't think I have the extension installed on here. So let's go ahead and add it. Yeah, I'm using a different extension so all of my stuff doesn't come on. All right, you're all set. Get started. All right, so let's go ahead and say we wanted to do a new project. For all of my trainers out there, what you have the ability to do is to just record your screen actions. Let me see, do I have anything that I can record? Yeah, we can do Gamma. Let's do Gamma because Gamma is another AI tool, right? And what it'll allow you to do is to record your screen. Let's see, where's the extension? Let's pin it up there so I can see it. And what it allows you to do is record but then it will use AI in order to actually build out what you want it to build. It's a very powerful tool. And if you're just joining, I see we are up to 62 viewers across the platform. I do have the call in link available if you want to join me, if you have questions about anything that I share. Of course, you can type it in the chat, but if you want to join me in an audio only format, you can do that as well. So let me make sure you can know that I am actually here. There's my little picture with my voice. So now what we're going to do is take a look at Gamma. And I'm going to go ahead and say start recording. Now it doesn't record your voice, but it does record your keystrokes. But I'm going to say create new, and I can just generate something. So let's just say we want to talk about the benefits of multi-streaming to grow your brand. So that's just a basic prompt, and you can tell it how many cards you want it to generate. And what it'll do is it will generate 8 different slides. And you can see, okay, yeah, that kind of works for me. Diversified content distribution, leverage platform, build cohesive, expand your data. I'm going to change this one, and I'm just going to say create a library. Hey, Milo, stop it. Create a library of content that can be repurposed. And then once we, you can never type when people are watching, I'll tell you that. You can never type when people are watching. And then let's say continue. And then you get an option to choose the style of your presentation and what's created. It does come with a bunch that are fully leveraged. And so I'm just going to go with this Gamma Dark here, or this one here. I like that one. Go away, Milo. All right. I have a little puppy. She's 4 months old, so she does what she wants to. All right. So while that's going, hey, Marlene, how you doing? Good to see you. It's going to quickly generate the entire presentation, guys. This is the power of AI. So I always like to liken this to if Canva and ChatGPT got together and had a baby. Instead of me spending 15 hours to try and make it look pretty. Now, of course, you would absolutely not just take what it generates and then present it, right? You would not do that. But what you would do is you would at least get the framework and the structure for it to look nice, and then go back and add your own expertise to it. So if I scroll to the top, like this image here, it's a little too groovy, too disco-esque for my liking. So what I would do is you can click on the image, and there's an option here to, it's this one. Where's my image button? Where's my little image? Why won't you do it? Let's say try a different visual for this. Sorry, I'm late. You're not late. You're right on time, my dear. Good to see you. And what we're talking about, yeah, so that's not really a title slide. So I'm going to say make this more visual. And what it'll do is it will try and use AI to figure out a way to make it more visual. And then it did a pretty good job of start your journey, begin your multi-streaming adventure, expand your reach, and grow your brand. Marlene is an avid live streamer, right? So right here, I can say, you know what? That image doesn't really reflect me. So I'm going to say female. One thing I will say is most of the AI image generation tools always lean towards men whenever it's content creation, business owner, anything like that. Although women happen to be the largest category of small business. I digress. I'm getting off on a tangent. Female content creator setting up multiple streaming devices and cameras in a professional home studio. So let's enhance that prompt. And then you can also change the style of it. So maybe I want a photography style. And as you can see, I am not having to put in all of the prompting for this. It knows what the prompting should be. I can edit it for sure. Then I can change the model. One of the newest models, or one of the models that I am finding to be really helpful when it comes to generating images, is this Flux model. There's tons of models out there, but this one you'll see in terms of what it creates is pretty remarkable. All right, so we got a female. Now, if I wanted to make sure I said an African American female content creator, I could do that as well. Or I could upload my own picture, but we're not going to get stuck on images right now, guys. Oh yeah, I like her. Okay, wait a minute. I like her. I like all three of them would have actually worked. My goodness. I'm going to go with her because the hair is herring right now. Okay. But I'm getting off track, but you don't have to try and spend 1,000 hours trying to generate a prompt for your image generation, right? So you would go through, review it, and then when it comes time to share, I'm sorry, if you wanted to present it, you can just click on present and it's an entire presentation, right? So saving yourself time, and it looks really visually appealing. Now, as Gamma becomes more and more adopted, you're going to start seeing more presentations that look like this. So this is where you would want to update the layout or change the layout, apply your brand colors, your styling, your logo, so that it is different. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the presentation. But the reason I brought this one up is we were recording all of those steps with LayerPath. So for all of my instructional designers or content creators or those people who are creating how-to tutorials, this is the power of another AI tool. It's called LayerPath. And what it'll do is it allows you to create a tour just from your mouse clicks on the screen. So you do want to be pretty intentional about what you're clicking on and not all willy-nilly about it. It also creates a guide that highlights the different things as well as a video. So let's go ahead back to the tour and I'm going to select edit. And here AI is embedded right within the tool and I can say enhance with AI. This is a product how-to, or it could be an onboarding where we're walking new users through how to use Gamma app to create presentations. And I'm going to apply that. And what AI will do is it'll say, oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Let's update the title. Let's update the subtitle based on what we now know you were doing in that tour. This guide walks new users through the step-by-step process of creating a presentation using the Gamma app. Follow these simple steps to generate your presentation effortlessly. So I've gotten that one, but there's more. I can do a voiceover. Let's say, watch this tutorial to learn how to use Gamma to create your first presentation with AI. And let's save that. Now I can either choose to record my own voice or I can let AI do the talking. And I'm going to save that. And then I can go through slide by slide And right here, it has things like call outs. So instead of it being a hotspot, I can have it just highlight. Click Create New AI button. Begin by clicking the Create New AI button. And if I want to, I can add additional voiceover. So that one is layer path, guys. And what you end up with, and I didn't go through and do all of the editing, but it again saves you time in the creation process. All right. And now what we'll do is go ahead and click on Launch Tour. Now, I didn't add voiceover here, but if I wanted to, I could. And I can just keep clicking next, and it walks through exactly what my keystrokes were. And then you can add the context around that. So it's automatically generating all of these things for us, walking us through how to use the actual tool. So that one is Gamma. So I see we have a few more of you that have joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What we're doing is our very first community call in. Here, let me switch to this here. We're doing our very first community call in because there has been a lot of questions on the post that I'm making about leveraging AI. And so I figured it would be a really good idea to kind of show some of the use cases of how we're using them and then open the floor for you to be able to call in and share, ask your questions. Hi, Keisha, good to see you. Keisha, I know you're working on a book. So something like Gamma could help you in styling that book with your own images or just kind of creating that outline or layout. So you might want to take a look at that. But there are other tools. So I won't kind of stop there. But good morning and good to see you. If any of you did want to join me, I don't think many will join me today. First of all, this is new. You're not really sure, like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. But you can. The invitation is there. You can go to links.businesstechlab.com/Saturday show. And then once you do that, you'll be able to come on. You don't have to have your video on. It can be audio only. All right. So let's go over to the last tool that I wanted to share, which is Sora. Sora is the latest and greatest in terms of creating. My daughter is up, guys. All right. So, in terms of creating videos, so we know that there are tools out there that will allow you to generate content, whether that be text based, transcripts. But what ChatGPT has done is they have now released something called Sora. And Sora allows you to, with just a text prompt, go ahead and create a video. And it's a short video. Now you do need to have I can't talk. ChatGPT, the plus version, in order to access Sora. And that's $20 per month. If you want the creme de la creme, top of the line, they are going to ask you to pay $200 a month. I'm not there yet. I jokingly said on one of my posts that unless they can take an entire manuscript and turn it into a full multimedia movie, I'm not really ready to give them $200 a month. But what it creates is pretty interesting if you just need a short video clip. So what I did was I went to ChatGPT, and let me go and grab my prompt really quickly. And I had ChatGPT create a prompt for me. I described what I wanted, and now I have it generate the actual content for the prompt to feed into Sora. So I'm going to grab this. It's a pretty long prompt, and it says, create a video featuring an African-American woman in her mid-30s standing in a vibrant and cozy soap-making studio filled with jars of natural ingredients like shea butter, essential oils, and dried herbs. The setting has a warm, inviting ambiance with soft, natural lighting streaming through the windows. The woman is wearing an apron with splashes of soap batter on it, exuding confidence and joy as she works. The scene focuses on her process as she skillfully pours a colorful swirled batch of natural soap into a wooden mold. She explains the steps to her audience while live streaming on her phone, mounted on a tripod nearby. Occasionally, she glances at the screen to answer viewer questions with a bright smile and energetic tone. The video should capture the following details: natural textures of the soap batter, close up shots of her pouring oils, comments popping up on the live stream screen, her voice narrating, moments where she laughs, and she's making lavender bliss. In the video, with her waving at the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and give that prompt to Sora and see what it creates. So the reason I read that prompt out is I want to drive home the fact that you have to be as descriptive as possible so that it has what it needs in order to generate what you want. Now, it does take a little bit to generate it, but we can watch that do it in real time. And while that's going, let me come back and make sure I haven't missed any of your comments there. Nope, I haven't. Okay, good. So we're at 28%. This is where you would go and warm up your tea or your coffee. And this is that additional piece as if you were to pay the $200 per month, it would go faster. And as more people start to learn about the tool, it's probably going to be a much longer wait in the queue. And then you also get a much more high quality video. Right now, it's going to be in 480p. So let's see what it generated. How close did it come? Let's see this one. Oh, not too bad. Oh, I don't know about that hand. The dough. First of all, she's not wearing gloves, but I didn't tell it needed to wear gloves, right? Let's see what the other one is. That's pretty cool though. Like she can make magic with her fingers. So it's a really short video. It looks lifelike if it wasn't like the soap dough coming out of her hands, but this does work for the soap book that I'm writing. So it works. It works really well as something to create. And then what you can do is you can cut it. You can edit the prompt if you don't like what it created. You can have it loop. You can remix it with other videos, or you can create an entire storyboard. But what I could do is I could just go ahead and click download. It will be watermarked. If you want it without the watermark, that's where you're going to have to pay that $200 a month. I'm okay with the watermark, but I think that is really cool that she was able to see. I make all of the AI tools I imagine that these are all females. So that is the 3 or 4 tools that I wanted to share with you for this really quick live stream to walk through just how much these tools are making it easier to create content so that you don't need a really huge team in order to pull off some of the things or the time that it normally would take in order for you to do that. So I'm Zakia Ringgold. Check us out every Saturday. We'll probably be doing this at 10 a.m. for a live community call where you can share how you have leveraged AI, or if you have a challenge and you're trying to figure out which tool works, call us on the links.businesstechlab.com. Let me put that up there. You'll be able to join us right there at links.businesstechlab.com/Saturday show. The link will always be the same. You never have to be on video. I will never be on video this early in the morning on a Saturday, but you are more than welcome to join us. I'm hoping you saw something useful here. And if you have questions, you know I can always see them in the comments later. Be sure to leave a comment and I will be sure to respond. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you on the next